The solar industry has often accused the government of empty rhetoric surrounding its proposed push for the deployment of commercial-scale rooftop solar. After promising to put rocket boosters under the commercial and industrial solar sectors, Barker and Trevor Raggatt here try to explain exactly how the government will promote commercial roof deployment.
Today, I'd like to focus on three thoughts. First, that solar's made huge strides in the UK in the last few years. But second, that there's more to do, particularly in the all-important rooftop sector, which is the focus of this conference. And third, to reassure you that government is not just a spectator of this extraordinary solar phenomenon. We are an active partner, committed to driving ambitious rooftop deployment. And we are putting in place a raft of initiatives and incentives to do just that. Britain has 250,000 hectares of south-facing commercial roof space. 250,000 hectares of south-facing roof space, commercial roof space. And even if we just used a fraction of this, we would be well on our way to meeting my 20 gigawatt ambition. I want to put rocket boosters under the commercial and industrial sectors here in Britain. To do so, we've already acted. We have simplified accreditation with Ofgem to make it much less bureaucratic. We announced a consultation last month to change the subsidy tariffs. We provide small-scale solar under the government's feed-in tariff scheme in such a way that it would give much more certainty about higher tariffs to people putting solar on roofs rather than fields. And we are creating a new government industry working group to help bring down the costs of building integrated solar PV. And we're also acting to lift regulations which limit rooftop solar. I can confirm today that the Department of Communities and Local Government will consult over the summer on permitted development to simplify the bureaucracy of installing solar on non-domestic roofs through the planning system by making it permitted to install solar on commercial roofs going up from 50 kilowatts to 1 megawatt, from 50 to 1,000 kilowatts. I can also confirm that we're examining whether there are inexpensive ways to allow the transfer of solar panels between buildings when the user moves without losing the government feed-in tariff, which you would do at the moment.
There's no single magic bullet which will revitalise and re-energise the building-mounted solar PV market. But there are a number of actions that we have set out in the action plan and which we're working with the trade associations and with individuals around the community to put in place. I'll go through those and just give a little bit of information on each of them. So we had a question about the difficulties and the complexities of the landlord, tenant, financier. It's not just somebody owning a building, putting a panel on their roof and taking the benefit and covering the costs. We realise it is a complex area. The changes to the FITs that we're proposing are not meant to solve the problem, but they're meant to help all the other things which are solving the problem. So what we're doing is we're splitting out the digression band so that standalone deployment under the FIT won't actually make the rooftop FIT bands digress more quickly, which kind of, again, to me seems like a no-brainer because we know that there's a difference between solar fields and solar roofs.